Hey guys, this is Conspiracy Todd, and I have discovered a picture that is 100%, I'm 100% certain is photoshopped. It's from NASA. Well, it's from a NASA subsidiary, March to the Moon. Anyway, here is the photograph. This is on March to the Moon, and it looks like a normal photo from the moon, right? Flag, the moon, and the Earth in the background. But this is supposedly from the moon. Apollo 17, here's the number. Well, AS 17 134 20466. But if you zoom in on the Earth, you're going to discover, and that is not Greenland, that is a photoshopping screw up. Somebody photoshopped this and they accidentally put a green dot on here. More than just a green dot, it's a green, yellow, and blue dot. And then they saved it and then they put it back on their website here as if it's the original scanned in photograph from the moon. But obviously, this has been photoshopped or it wouldn't have the green dot on it. Okay, you might be saying, well, the Conspiracy Todd guy might have put the green dot on there. I didn't, but let's prove that it's actually from March to the Moon. So in order to do that, all you got to do is download your own copy of the picture. Just go to March to the Moon. Just Google March to the Moon. Go to March to the Moon. And then type in 20466. And here is that picture. Except you can't zoom in on, if it'll pop up here. You can't zoom in on this picture. There's a thumbnail. Okay, there's the picture. You can't zoom in. You have to download your own copy. And that was a full-size copy that I had. Let's do a medium size because it takes a long time to download the full-size copy. This is a medium-size copy downloading. Now it's not going to be as clear as that full-size version, but you'll still be able to see the green dot. And if you have a couple of minutes to spare, you can download the full-size version and see the dot or the green dot in all of its glory. Let's open it up. And just turn it right side up and zoom in on it. You'll be able to tell there's a green dot there, but it's not, like I said, as defined as the full size rendering. But what were they doing? We know they're photoshopping because there's their fingerprint they left behind. Somebody wasn't very good at this. You're not supposed to leave behind, evidence that you've been photoshopping. What did they Photoshop? Well, I think they photoshopped there's a white, not white, but there's a lighted area right in here on the other versions of this, or the other scanned in versions of this picture. So let's find another source for that picture, which is Apollo 17 Image Library. Here it is right here. And a quick way to find it is go Control F and type in what you're looking for, 20466. And here is that same picture, AS 17-134-20466. Download the high definition version of it. What you can do is save this image as, save it right there. Open it, and you can zoom in on it. There's no green dot. So let's compare that with the one from March to the Moon. Actually, let's do this. Edit image. We're going to do a little, we're going to turn the brightness all the way up and turn the contrast all the way down. And you can see what I'm talking about. That little area right there. Let's do the same thing with the other image. This one here. We'll adjust it, turn the brightness all the way up, the contrast all the way down, and we'll zoom in on the same area here. See, this is the one that's been photoshopped. anyway, the area here to the left of it, you can see where they've been photoshopping it. So you see it here on the unphotoshopped version, and you don't see it over here. So you can see what they've been photoshopping out right here. This is the version from Apollo 17 Image Library. This is the downloaded picture from March to the Moon. So March to the Moon has been photoshopping their pictures. I mean, that's obvious that this right here is gone in this picture. And they left behind their green dot fingerprint. So I wonder if it's, and you can see this little area here in a lot of pictures. Now, if this is actually a picture taken from the moon and the Earth in the background, why would you have that right there in it? This would all be black. This would be evenly black. Unless this were some sort of fakery, and this were like a, and I think this is what it is. I think this is like a image that they beamed onto the ceiling with like a projector or something, and something inside the projector made this artificial area. Because if they were just, you know, cutting this in on like the negative, well, there would be no need to have this over here, unless they had just a large, I mean, this might be the outline of it here. Maybe they had a square right here, which was the Earth, and they inserted it into the negative. You know, back in the 60s, they had ways of quote-unquote photoshopping that were not, you know, computer photoshopping. They were just, you know, laying this thing into the negative. Because in the negative, all this was white, and that was black. And they just lay this on top. This is the edges of it, and they shoot another negative. This is what you get. But anyway, this is, I think, 100% proof that March to the Moon has been photoshopping their images. And why would they be doing that? You don't need to be photoshopping. These are supposed to be images from the moon. They should be kept intact. They shouldn't be messed with, but obviously somebody's messing with them over at March to the Moon. And oh, let's go back to March to the Moon, about them, about March to the Moon, about the film scans, film storage and cleaning, storing the films. So talk about how these canisters are kept in these canisters right here. This is where the film is supposedly kept in. And it's kept in a freezer at 0 degrees. And whenever they scan these, and there's not a lot of people who get to scan them. I mean, if you were to go down there to Johnson Space Center and say, I'd like to scan your negatives from the moon, they'd laugh at you. But anyway, they have to take them out of the freezer, put them in a refrigerator, let them equilibrate for 24 hours. Then they take them out of the refrigerator, put them in a room temperature environment, and let that equilibrate for 24 hours. And then they have to clean the film, and then they scan the film. And these are some of the scanners, high-definition scanners, very high definition. Look at this, 200 pixels per millimeter, up to 5 microns. So those, you know, we were looking at the full version. There's another version called the raw version, which has like 10 times more information than the full version. So this is a cohort, or this is a partner of NASA, Arizona State University. They actually did the picture. They were in charge of the camera that was on the LROC, the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbital Camera satellite, which took, you know, pictures of the moon. So they're not some just nobody, and they've got all. And I like to actually, this is one of my favorite places to go to look at pictures from the Apollo. But now that I know that they've been photoshopping them, you can't believe what you're seeing. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. I think that's 100% proof. It's obviously 100% proof that somebody's been messing with those photographs over at March to the Moon. And why would they do that? Because they've got something to hide, and I showed you what they were hiding. What do you think? In the comments, please like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you.